Okay, we're gonna extend the soffit. This is the soffit, right? I'm gonna extend it around the whole perimeter and actually widen this a little bit too here. Okay, building these soffits over here, and it's an experiment. Don't do this kind of stuff every day, so I'll show you what I got going. First, I come out here and I put this cleat on the ceiling, and of course, if it doesn't hit a joist going across there, because the joists are going the same way, so it's in between, you got to put these toggle bolt things. It's pretty straightforward. It's kind of a hassle, but that section needed it. But this other section over here, we just found a joist, hit it, screwed it up there. So I figured, how do I hang this? It's not much weight, but so my theory is take these extra blocks, put them in, and then you take this stud like this, stick a screw in that end of it like that, push it up, right? It'll be level when I'm done. Okay, this is what I'm going to give them here. Just a little bit of 1x backing. This is only a 6-inch wide soffit here on this side. Then it comes out about 20 on the ends here to receive all these cabinets coming this way. Not much to it. It's holding up pretty good. Doesn't need, not going to have any weight on it. It's just going to have drywall. The soffit there is going to get some corner bead. Okay, construction's a funny thing because you work at it for years and years and years, and you can only get so good at some things. And I've been doing this a long time. I'd say when I started out as but a lad, let's see, Jimmy Carter was still president. Some of you people don't even know what I'm talking about. Ronald Reagan came next, you know, he's the best one ever. Anyway, got you straightened out on politics already. Anyway, this thing called drywall mud is tough, so we gotta put these corners on, and I did it. It looked pretty nice, but the problem is it's gonna take like all day to dry, maybe 2 days, because today turned out to be a little bit moist outside. The compound is underneath it, obviously, and it's holding it up there. And I did not use the hot mud, which is kind of material that will dry quicker. The problem is it takes too long to get the piece up. I'm putting all this mud up and it's starting to dry. I guess I could have got some 90-minute, but I'm not used to that. I used to always use 20-minute mud. So anyway, I put this all-purpose compound, which is already pre-mixed. It's wet, so it's going to take a while to dry. Anyway, there's two options on your metal corner, like this corner in the house right here. There's a piece of metal behind there, people. Look at that. This type, you don't have to have fasteners. Like I say, just put it up in the goop. The other type has screw holes or nail holes, and you fasten it that way, but it's more difficult to keep it straight because every time you push the nail in, it sort of bends the metal a little bit. It's more work for the drywaller. The pros, they have a little staple gun. Pop, 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 down the line they go. It just holds it barely. But anyway, I don't have that stuff going on. I don't do enough of it to worry about it. But anyway, there you go. We'll see how many days it takes to dry. So we get that power fan going right there. Look at that. Turn it up a little bit, will you? Sounds like a turbo engine in that thing. Move some air around, will you? Okay, if you remember, started this project, we said we were going to keep this ceiling here, and we've done just that. There it is. So we have a nice crown and molding detail. So what we decided to do, since we have to extend the soffit, and you saw what we did here, we created another one. The ceiling is already there up high, the soffit is down low. Pretty basic. So I went and did all these corners. I really didn't have to clean it up that good, but it's going to help me out now. I can run my molding right along the edge, just like that one over there. So you're going to see this, all this stuff go away, and a piece of molding even on here, like this. So yeah, we got the ducting moved over. That was a hassle. The light got relocated per designer, and now it's time to put the molding up, and then the drywaller can mud up to it, finish it out, texture it. Don't you wish you were me? Okay, started putting the crown up, and it's all about the corners, of course, straight lines. So I just like to leave the end flopping a little bit till I bring the next piece. I'll tack that up a little bit, but then I can massage that, move it around a little bit. In this case here we have another angle. So the corners are 45, these are 22.5 in a perfect world. So we'll see what happens. This is one time where the word perfect, they say we want it perfect. You say, well, nothing's perfect. Well, with crown molding and molding in general, they want it perfect. So you better be good. Okay, when it comes to cutting crown molding, get yourself a big old saw there, and typically you take the material and you flip it over and measure it and cut it upside down and backwards. That's pretty much what everybody does, except me. I have another system that I've kind of adopted over the years. So don't write home about it. Don't say it's the only way or the best way, but this is the one way to do it. Well, it's kind of far, but I like to take the crown molding. You know, it sits up in there at an angle. So instead of flipping it over and doing the 45 and all that, I like to set it the way it's going to go. Act like this is the wall and this is the ceiling. And you got to get it pretty accurate. You can't, you know, wobble. But just like anything else, you practice it a couple of thousand times and you're good to go. Basically, I'm cutting the true corner the way it is. This is a little short and I don't like cutting from that end, so I'm going to go back over here. And this one here is not a true 22.5. Discovery upon discoveries. We're going with the 24 in the corner. Don't ask anybody how come. I don't know. Well, of course, cut it a little long because you can always come back and do it again, right? Okay, in case you're wondering how those cuts work out, the method I use is pretty good there. That one's got a little bit of a movement, not bad. These are the eyeball angles that are supposed to be 22.5. They're not, they're different, but I adjusted. So now we put the rest of the molding to match like this. A little piece of baseboard here and a piece of baseboard here. So here's what it looks like with all the pieces in place. It's a little bit different. You see the little bit of space right here on the flat, because this ceiling is higher, using pretty much the same molding. This one looks tighter, but so this is what it looks like when you install it. And the next thing I'm going to show you is what it looks like when you prep it for paint. And it looks even better. If you can imagine. Looks so good now. Okay, got the old headlamp on here so I can see what I'm doing. It's kind of dark in this room. I'm going to get close to my work. Clicker on there and it brightens it right up. So there you go, we're sanding. Everybody loves to sand things. Like I said before, get yourself a real job. Be a sander. All the nail holes in this three-part harmony here of molding. Yeah, bumpitis must be sanded down. So we gotta get the old elbow grease out and apply it. But in the process, don't forget the blinds in the house. These are these bamboo babies. You want to get those full of dirt? I don't think so. So cover them up. Take the time, cowboy. Because when you're done, there's going to be dust everywhere. So that's what it looks like after you've prepped it for paint. It's ready for paint. Cleaned up real nice. All the nail holes are filled, sanded, no wiggles in it. You've applied yourself. The results are in. And now you're looking good. So now we gotta paint it. Here's our crown. I told you it couldn't look much better, but man, it looks really, really good. Look at that. Beautiful crown finished out, and there you have it, matching the other part of the house.